Welcome to part 2 of every Marvel character's favorite pie. So in my first video of this, I went over a lot, but to keep the runtime down, I stopped after a bit. In part 1, we covered Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Guardians of the Galaxy, The Defenders, and the Midnight Suns. So today, hopefully, I want to go through Spider-Verse, Wakandans, Symbiotes, Sinister Six, Inhumans, Asgardians, Eternals, TVA, Multiversal Heroes, and a ton of villains. Peter Parker, Earth 616. Amongst Marvel fans, it's debated if 616 is Marvel, the MCU timeline, or the comics timeline. All we do know is that whichever Spider-Man this is, he likes the New York classic apple pie. Miles Morales likes pecan pie with a twist of chocolate. Gwen likes lemon meringue pie. Spider-Man 2099 likes dark chocolate mocha pie. Peter Porker, aka Spider-Ham, likes strawberry rhubarb pie. Spider-Man India likes a mango lassi pie. Silk likes coconut cream pie. Spider UK likes Victoria sponge cake. By the way, don't look up Spider UK by itself. You gotta throw Spider-Man UK in there. Or UK Spider-Man. Just don't search Spider UK or UK Spider or anything. Spider-Punk likes peach and jalapeno pie. So random. Spider-Man Noir tends to like a Black Forest pie. I would disagree about this, though. I say he just likes whiskey and cigarettes. Penny Parker likes matcha green tea pie. Spider-Man Australia. You know what? Actually, I'm just not going to search this one up. Likes Lamington pie. Whatever that is. Mayday Parker likes a good peach pie. Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman. I'm afraid to pronounce this one because I'm afraid the T is going to be silent on that Carbonet. Let's just say blackberry. Superior Spider-Man likes hazelnut espresso pie. I asked it about Peter Parked Car, since Peter Parked Car is right here. And I'm very confused. I'm just gonna say Diesel. Then I asked for the Sinister Six, but then I realized I'm gonna want a whole lot more than 6. So there's gonna be more than 6. Doc Ock likes rich chocolate hazelnut tart. Hello, Peter. What do you want? I want a rich hazelnut chocolate tart, Peter. No place. Great, we'll have that now. Vulture likes blueberry pie with a crunchy crust. I don't know why I felt the need to sing that. Electro likes lemon lime pie with a zing. That just makes too much sense. Mysterio likes strawberry shortcake with a perfect illusion, whatever that means. Sandman likes sandwich pie, a literal sand pie. No. It's so close. In fact, they even mention it. But I would give him a nice apple cinnamon, graham cracker or cookie crumble on top. Raven the Hunter would like a venison and root vegetable pie. That sounds really good. Green Goblin would like a pumpkin spice with a toxic twist, which sounds like a Starbucks drink. I don't know what this means, man. Since he has a notorious Thanksgiving scene, I'm just gonna give him a sweet potato or pumpkin. This one for Venom's kinda confusing, so I'm just gonna read it word for word. Carnage apple pie. This Venom's all about intensity, danger, and I'm not here to make friends attitude. His pie would definitely be apple pie with a twisted twist. The apples would be super tart, possibly mixed with some spicy cinnamon, and the crust would be extra thick. He'd maybe throw in some caramel to add that sticky, gooey vibe. After all, that symbiote is all about the goo. He'd probably devour a whole pie by himself. Warning anybody else to stay away. This one's for me, bro. No. Venom for sure wants the chocolate cream pie. Hell, in Venom 2, that's all he talks about. I think in the second Venom movie, at least 70% of his lines are about chocolate. And the remaining 30% is just about eating something. And chicken? So I think he'd make absolutely something just vile. Like human brain, chicken, some beef, every kind of chocolate. Whether it be syrup or Oreos, just candy bars, anything with chocolate in it. And if he had to make it into a pie, he'd find a chocolate pie crust, throw all the ingredients I listed into a blender, then once it's all blended, pour it into the pie crust. and then eat it in one bite. The Shocker would like a pecan pie. The Rhino would like another meat pie. It's always meat pies. At least for Kingpin this time it said lemon meringue, as last time it said like venison or something. Maybe because it's a different universe. The Netflix likes the meat pie, while the Spider-Verse likes the lemon meringue. Rhino, I feel like would actually like a good meat pie. The Lizard, tropical fruit pie. Scorpion would like a spicy chili pie. Sounds good. The Chameleon, deceptive layered pie. Dude, I do not care. The Jackal would want genetic clone pie. Why is it typing Fs? Big Wheel, are we serious? Money-filled pie. I feel like everybody would want that. Now we'll do Wakandans. We already did Black Panther. Shuri would want a chocolate and peanut butter pie. Okoye, sweet potato pie. Nakia would be a pineapple tart with a hint of ginger. That sounds good. M'Baku would want a yam pie. Ramonda would want a spiced fruit tart. T'Chaka would want a boab fruit pie. And finally, Killmonger is choosing a blackberry pie, which, if I remember correctly, was the same as T'Challa. Next, I asked about some symbiotes, and Venom got a more accurate response. Double chocolate chip pie is definitely more accurate for Venom. Carnage would want a red velvet pie with a bloody syrup a red velvet pie with a bloody syrup drizzle. Toxin would want a spicy mango pie. Riot would want a black licorice pie. Yeah, that sounds disgusting. I'm glad he got exploded. Scream would want a strawberry shortcake pie with extra whipped cream. Agony, I didn't name these characters, 90s comics writers did, would want a tart, zesty pie with lemon lime. Lasher, maybe? Is this Lasher? I don't know. It's unclear in the movie whether this is supposed to be Toxin or Lasher. Pineapple pie with a coconut cream top. And finally, Anti-Venom. Wait, hang on. Control search H. Would like a vanilla bean with chocolate drizzle. Going into some Asgardians. Loki would like a lemon meringue pie with a dash of mischief. Sif would enjoy a good spiced pear pie. Valkyrie would like a buttermilk pie with a rum drizzle. I mean, it makes sense. The first time we see her, she's drinking rum. Friggin' Asgardians. This friggin' Asgardian would like a lavender honey pie. Heimdall would like a good golden custard pie with a sprinkle of gold dust. That's that one up. The Warriors 3 would like a triple berry pie with a crumb topping. Hela's pick is a blackberry and blood red currant pie. I meant to type in Odin, and I just typed in Audi, and I'm glad I misclicked. Anyway, Odin would like a thunderous storm cloud pie with a touch of whiskey. Why did you write so much about Odin? We will now talk about Eternals. Unfortunately, Icarus would pick a celestial blueberry pie. Cersei would pick an ethereal rose and pistachio pie. Athena would pick a spiced pear and ginger pie. Ajax would pick divine pomegranate and honey pie. Kingo would pick mango and coconut. Druig would pick dark chocolate and chili. Mercari would pick zesty lemon and lime pie. Sprite would pick mini fruit tart pies. And forget about Gilgamesh and Fastos, I guess. Legitimately, why are there so many of them? I couldn't name them with a gun to my head. You know, I was gonna do a whole thing about the TVA, but then I remember all the pie there was key lime. In fact, change the Loki thing from earlier to key lime as well. Have an entire scenes, plural, devoted to Mobius and Loki eating key lime pie. Next, I went for some villains. Thanos would pick a Titanic fruit tart, because he sunk Titanic at the box office. Ultron would pick an artificial intelligence almond pie, which is ironic because this is being written by ChatGPT. Red Skull would pick a sour cherry pie. Hela would pick a blackberry and... Didn't we already do this? Doctor Doom, which is interesting because he hasn't debuted yet, would have a spiced rum and pecan pie. The mandarin would have exotic lychee or whatever, and coconut cream pie. Bro, mandarin orange. It was right there. And they give us another kingpin with butterscotch cream pie. Our second to last is Thunderbolts. Or it gave me Bucky Barnes would want a chocolate hazelnut. Yelena would want a raspberry cream. At a certain point, these are not even sounding like real things anymore. John Walker, U.S. agent, would want a apple pie with bourbon. Absolutely 100%. Taskmaster would want a lemon meringue. Red Guardian would want a honey and pecan pie. I disagree, it needs to be more Russian. Before Redemption, the Winter Soldier would want a cherry pie. Baron Zemo, which is interesting because he's not on the team, would want a raisin and rum pie. Ghost would want a lemon lavender pie. Abomination would want a key lime pie. That makes sense. Thunderbolt Ross would want a blackberry pie with whiskey. Just kidding, that wasn't the second to last. This is now the second to last. Moon Knight and all his personalities. Mark Spector, which is the main Moon Knight, likes the classic cherry pie. And we have Stephen Grant, Mr. Knight, which I had to decapitate to give Kingpin a body. But it's okay, we just have to switch the personalities. There we go. He would want a lemon meringue pie. Jake Lockley, the cab driver. Well, let's ask him. Apple pie with caramel. Or, as he would say it,
pastel de manzana con caramelo.
And finally, Conchu would like spiced fig and honey pie. Let's finish it off with some multiverse characters. Captain Carter, rhubarb pie. I kind of already did a lot of these. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Gwenpool would like a cotton candy pie. America Chavez would like a tropical fruit pie. Dark Doctor Strange, which I know I have a minifigure of, I just can't find, would be a Black Forest cake pie. So, you know, not a pie. Superior Iron Man would take a caviar cream pie. That's gotta be the most expensive one here. The Watcher would take an infinity fruit pie. To close it all out, for real this time, the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. First, we'll start with the Tobey Spider-Man. And his pick is a classic apple pie. And Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is a lemon meringue pie. So that was a lot of pie. I'm just wondering, like, if you were to make all of those pies, which a couple of them were every pie in existence, how many calories would that be and how expensive would it be? I think I learned something new today, about some interesting pies I've never heard of. And were there some characters I missed that you wanted to see in a possible part 3? Close it out as a trilogy. I know there were a few I missed, like Shang-Chi or She-Hulk or Nick Fury. So if anybody's interested in a part 3, I'll do it. I could also do it for other franchises like DC or Star Wars. TMNT or Sonic would be interesting. And you know, a Jurassic World one would be crazy. Ultimately, it's up to you. I'll do anything. Anything for views. I'd love to hear it in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.